Alright, so this is my first time doing a face-to-face video on this channel, and just in general, my first time ever. But today I wanted to talk about why I love sci-fi. I don't have a script, I don't have any notes, I'm just gonna wing it. I have my books with me, 2 of them, because I mostly read them in audiobooks because I have ADHD and I have like a terrible time focusing, but I have these 2 right here to show you that yes, I do read. Sometimes I do read physical copies. My little crochet bookmark that I made myself. And I have my diary here just for feeling secure, I guess you could say. So why do I love sci-fi? Why do I love books like Dune? Books like written by 𝚜𝚌𝚠, The 3-Body Problem, which I just started this series. I'm on the 2nd book. I'm trying to think of other books. There's I can't remember the name of the book, but it has aliens called the 𝚘𝚠 in it, I believe. I just can't remember that book, but okay, change of setting. We're on my desk now instead of on my bed. You can see my little dolls, and I have my Barbie water bottle here. Let me grab my books again. So I love sci-fi because I love ecology. So that's like the study of ecosystems. And in a world where everything feels so dystopian that it feels like we're gonna get wiped out any second and species are dying just like this, like just falling off the face of the earth and outside of written record, sci-fi either brings hope that our current world will change because the story within the book is so dark and foreboding, and we see a book like The 3-Body Problem, and spoilers, just in case, spoiler warning, we see an earth that's going to be ravaged by a distant civilization that's like rocketing towards us, and there's nothing we can do about it. And then we look at our own earth and we're like, you know, we're lucky to not be in a fully planetary war right now. Like, the people from 500 years from now in this book are going to be dealing with insane things, and we're lucky we don't have to deal with that. So that gives us hope. That, or sci-fi brings hope in that it's like, how do I put this? The world inside it is so beautiful. And let me just look up the book with the 𝚘𝚠 in it real quick, just so that I know what I'm, like, the book I'm referencing. Okay, Out of the Silent Planet, that's what it's called. So yeah, I'm like rusty on that book because it's been, I think, it's been more than a year since I read it. But stuff that author has written, let me look at the name. I can't find the name. Also, yeah, this is a very informal vlog, so you can see S. Lewis. I read another book by his, and it was painting this picture that was so beautiful. I can like barely remember, but I remember there was this sort of figure that was somewhat reminiscent of Aphrodite. Like, she was beautiful and innocent, and I feel like she embodied nature, like planet Earth itself, but just on another planet. I feel like sci-fi can paint beautiful pictures like that like give us hope that our own planet will change, and they'll paint beautiful pictures like that and juxtapose it with like horrible things that have happened at the same time, like wars. Like, oh yeah, we had like 700 wars on this planet, thanks to you guys, but now it's all fixed and everybody gets to live happily ever after, and we're all hand in hand singing and praising together. Like, it's like, maybe the earth can go through all of its wars and one day we'll all be singing and praising together. Yeah, I like sci-fi because of that. I also like sci-fi just because it explores technology in different ways, like Dune. Spoilers for Dune. with, I'm out of breath. I'm not used to talking too much. Dune has like, they had the Butlerian Jihad, which they eliminated all of machines, all thinking machines, so AI. And because of that, they had to get creative with bioengineering, and they had to bioengineer things like dogs into chairs that can massage you and stuff like that. And that's like, stuff like that, or the fact that they can clone people but not using AI or anything like that. They use like, or artificial wombs. They create artificial wombs out of women. Like the women of their species are artificial wombs. That's so you don't see any women in their species. The 𝚘𝚒𝚒𝚒, the 𝚘𝚒𝚒𝚒. Yeah, stuff like that. It's dark, but it's so intriguing to me. And I love that sci-fi can explore something so dark yet intriguing, and also just astroecology, like in Dune. I don't know if you know, but Frank Herbert, the writer, I believe started out as an ecologist, and I want to be an ecologist. And he explores different landscapes, planets, sort of ecosystems in Dune. Like in Dune, there's a cycle of sandworm. Like they have their pupae and they aerate the sand and they do all sorts of things. And then they have the big sandworms, the 𝚘𝚎𝚒, and I forget which part of the life cycle of the 𝚘𝚎𝚒 it is, but one of them creates the water of life, which they use to like connect to the past Reverend Mothers on Dune. So the Reverend Mother will take the water of life, and it may kill her, but it lets her connect to all of her past ancestors on the female side. So that's really cool. I like just analyzing stuff like that. I know I'm like talking to the air right now because I don't have any notes planned, so I can't really put my words together because of my ADHD. But I just wanted to get this out because I've been wanting to be brave and make my first video of like just talking face to face and see where I can go from there. Just talking to myself, because I want to ground myself more. I want to stop being so chronically online, and I want to like see what I have to think. Let me see if I can think of another sci-fi series. I don't have a physical copy because I borrowed it through my library. Don't get me started on Octavia Butler's Xenogenesis trilogy. Oh, the ideas of gender in that trilogy are so like intriguing, because let me take a breath. Drink some water with me if you have it. The Xenogenesis trilogy has an alien species called the 𝚘𝚒𝚒𝚒 in it. And they have, I'm just playing with my bookmark right now. They have 3, I believe, sexes. I wouldn't know if I would call them genders because they do have different physical characteristics. I don't really know what the gender, let's just say gender, okay? Because I have no concrete idea of whether these are just sexes or if they are genders as well. But they have 3 genders. They have male, female, and they have the 𝚘𝚒. And 𝚘𝚒 is some sort of, I wouldn't call it non-binary. That's like the most, it's a non-binary to us because they don't fit in our definition of a binary, but to them, I would say it would fit in a trinary, if that's a word, because they have 3 genders and it does fit into their society. It doesn't deviate, so it's not like it's out of the binary or the trinary. But I find it so fascinating to think of a species with like a 3rd gender that's neither male or female, or also somehow something in between male and female. But they have their own special roles and they're very respected in their society. They're almost like mystical, spiritual beings. And I feel like that connects a lot with how we view non-binary people here in our earthly society. like not all cultures view it this way, but I feel like some cultures do have non-binary people that they see as sort of mystic and very spiritual. And I like really identify with the 𝚜𝚌 for some reason. Like, they're just so cool to me, and it's like fascinating, and I somehow see myself in them. I don't know, Octavia Butler's just a genius, and I need to read more of her books. I really do. But that's another series. I think about that series all the time. I love the Xenogenesis Chronicles, like the trilogy, because it's just so fascinating, and also just exploring how somebody can be human but not, and be alien but not. Like, just exploring, because the 𝚜𝚌𝚒 are a spacefaring race, and they basically mix with any race that they come across, and they sort of make, I would say in a biological term, a foundling population. So everywhere they go, they have the base 𝚜𝚌𝚒, they're spacefaring, and they'll drop part of their population on a planet, mix with that population, while the other spacefaring population will go on, deposit themselves on another planet, mix with them, and the other spacefaring population will go on like that. And in that way they somewhat colonize everything, because they are now part of everything. That's also very intriguing to me. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it short here, because I think my next video I'll have to actually make notes on it. But yeah, that's why I love sci-fi. Sci-fi, you can explore how to be human, how to not be human, the different ecosystems that exist out in outer space, possibly, that we can theoretically come up with, because we don't know if there are other ecosystems out in outer space. There probably are, but... And we can explore a world without technology, a world with too much technology, like a cyberpunk sort of dystopian civilization. I love sci-fi. I love all the dark themes. I'll talk about more sci-fi books that I enjoy later. I thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, turn on the notifications, and comment to support me, because I will be making more videos. So turn on the notifications and subscribe if you want to see those.